Hey everyone, it's me again. I got a couple things to explain because you're probably wondering a couple things at the moment. First of all, where you been in a while, Erin? Secondly, why can I hear the vacuum cleaner in the background? Thirdly, why the old background and not as good video quality? Fourthly, why does your voice sound like that? Fifthly, why does your face look like that? I will answer them all as quickly as I can. Okay, so you might have noticed that a while ago I started filming on like a nice camera with like good quality picture, and I had a different background and everything. Yeah, that's because I was working off of like an actual nice Canon camera with an SD card, and I had a tripod, and everything was just peachy until the adapter that I need to plug the SD card into my computer for editing purposes fell off my computer and apparently into the abyss. Because I heard it fall off my computer. I know exactly where it fell. I should have picked it up at that exact moment because I haven't seen it since. I swear it fell into a portal. I think my room floor might be the Bermuda Triangle. I actually filmed a January favorites video like a month ago on that camera, right before the thing fell off my computer, and so I can't edit it, and I never felt like remaking it because I wasn't really feeling it then even. So yeah, there's no January favorites this year, sorry folks. Could I redo it? Yeah, but it's almost the end of February, so I'm not gonna. So briefly, in answer to where have I been, I use natural lighting, and by the time I've had actual time to sit down and film recently, the light's been gone. So I just kind of haven't had the right time. In answer to the second question, why can I hear a vacuum cleaner? My mom's vacuuming, and I'm not gonna wait until she's done. It's possible that she's gonna come upstairs and be like right outside my door. Deal with it. Third question, why is the background different? Same as the first question. I can't film off of that camera anymore because I can't edit off of that camera at the moment, so we're back to using my iPhone. It is a new iPhone though, so hopefully it's a slightly better picture quality. Don't know. My old phone took a drink. A long drink. A 15-minute drink. It's dead now. Fourth question, why does your voice sound like that? I'm sick. Deal with it. She's coming up the freaking stairs. That's exactly what I said was gonna happen. Fifth question, why does your face like that? You tell me. So it's nearing the end of February. I could probably make a February favorites video at this point, but I am feeling it. I'm gonna do something a little different today. Hit the like button right now if you've ever seen a Tumblr Ask meme, or if you even know what I'm talking about. Tumblr Ask memes are like one of the most enjoyable things about having a Tumblr account. Possibly one of the only really enjoyable things. Basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, on the site Tumblr, often people will come up with like a whole list of questions that people can ask each other, and often if you reblog it, people will ask you those things, and it's just for fun. And I thought, I got nothing better to do. Here's my laptop. No one asked, but what the heck, I'm gonna answer anyway. Okay, so this is specifically Dreamy Asks. I'm gonna give credit to whoever actually started the thing, except the blog is, their URL is simply UAEL. So if you're looking for them, great. And if they're watching this, I gave you credit. What is your favorite plant? Succulents, because I'm basic. Do you believe in aliens? Absolutely. Name 3 artists, musical or not, that have inspired or impacted you. Probably Picasso, dude who painted Starry Night, whose name currently escapes me, Van Gogh. And musical, probably Dodie Clark. Who are your favorite people in the world? My best friends. And a lot of fictional characters too. I'm not ashamed. Talk about your crush or someone you love. My crush is wonderful and, as far as I can tell, completely oblivious. What is your favorite dog breed? I don't really have a preference, but my dog is a Shih Tzu Poodle cross and she's adorable, so we'll say that that's my favorite. Golden Retrievers though, and Yorkies. What are your favorite names? I like the name Eleanor. I kind of always have. I don't know if I intend on having kids, but if I ever had a daughter, definitely her name would be Eleanor. It's adorable. And I've always liked William for a boy. Do you enjoy reptiles as pets? Why or why not? I've never had a reptile as a pet, but I wouldn't say no to it. I can't imagine them being quite as affectionate as like dogs or cats, but I'm sure any of you who have ever had a reptile as a pet are sitting there yelling at the screen and telling me how wrong I am. I believe you. I wouldn't be against having a pet snake. They seem awesome. How does art or music make you feel? Well, art usually, if I'm looking at it, like if I'm in a museum or something, art usually makes me feel very calm. Music, well, it just depends on the music, but I mean, I've said music is kind of everything. Like, music is so significant, and I feel like if I were to try to really go into that topic, we'd be here forever, and my thoughts would just be a jumbled mess. So music is super, super important. Do you prefer the beach or the mountains? I hate hiking. Probably the beach. There's nothing quite like the feeling of getting to the top of a mountain, I have to say. Indoor gardens or outside gardens? All the gardens are the best gardens. All gardens are beautiful. Do you like long hair or short hair? On myself or on other people? Short. In general, I think. What's your favorite childhood memory? I don't know. My family went on a number of road trips when I was really little. And by my family, I mean my parents and me, and occasionally once we got older, once he came along, my little brother, once he was old enough, we went on a fair number of road trips to like the Yukon and Alaska, and I have some pretty good memories of that. Very foggy ones. But I also have a lot of pictures that I took on like little disposable cameras, and I have a whole album full of those things. I should show those to you sometime. What's the dreamiest, most surreal thing that's ever happened to you? I don't know if by surreal you mean kind of like weird surreal, or just I can't believe this is happening to me surreal. I had some pretty, in that sense, surreal moments when I was in Europe, kind of like I can't believe I'm experiencing this. But as far as like weird surreal, I'm pretty dang sure I saw a cryptid in my backyard at one point years ago. You know what? Don't ask, because if I tell you, you'll think I'm crazy. Where do you feel time stop? You know, I'm gonna say when I fall asleep in the car. What's your favorite breed of cat? All cats are great. I can see myself owning a Sphinx cat someday because I, for whatever reason, think they're adorable. And also, there's a lot of allergies in my family, so if I ever want to like have my own place and have my family be able to visit occasionally, I can't have a cat that gives off a lot of fur. So as much as I love furry cats, specifically Himalayans, that's what I was gonna say for my favorite breed. Himalayans are my favorite. But I'd probably have to have something like a Sphinx cat just so that my family doesn't die of allergic reactions when they visit me. Are you pro freckle? Sure, freckles are great. I don't care. What's your favorite thing right now? Okay, if you didn't know, there is a recreation of Shakespeare's Theatre the Globe in London. It's called Shakespeare's Globe. If you go on Google and type that in, Shakespeare's Globe, probably the first thing that'll come up is the official website. And I don't know if it's available anymore, but there might still be, a link to watch their most recent performance, which was A Midsummer Night's Dream, but all done with like a Bollywood style. It's fantastic, and it's absolutely my favorite thing right now. If you can go watch it, give it a try. If you can't, maybe they'll put up their next show on there. I don't know. I haven't known about this for very long. I found out about it because I was doing a project on Shakespeare's Globe. And so I went to the website and I was like, hey, this is cool. And I love it now. What is your hidden talent? Okay. I think it's a superpower, maybe, or some sort of like magical power that I didn't know I had. I can untie knots really well. Usually jewelry. If anybody I know has like a tangle in their jewelry or their necklace that they just can't get undone, you know, when the chain is really fine and you can't, yeah, bring it to me. I can undo it. I swear. What's the best dream you've ever had? The ones where I can fly are usually pretty great. I've also had some dreams where I have a horse, which is really cool because I'm actually terrified of most animals, and I love horses, and I've tried riding them, but I was too scared. And so I had a dream a while ago where I got on this horse and like it was the smoothest ride ever. If any of you are like equestrians, you know what I'm talking about, because the transition from a trot to a gallop is really rocky, and it scared me the few times that I did it, and the time that the horse spooked and went from a walk straight into a full-out run. That was horrifying. But in the dream, this horse I was riding and went into a gallop and I didn't even notice, or it was a canter, and I had no idea because it was just such a smooth ride. So that was a good dream. Sucks that I had to wake up from that one. Are you a good plant owner? I don't know. I haven't tried it. I would really like to, but what I want are succulents, and my room doesn't get any sunlight, so that's probably not a good idea. Having said that, when I was younger, I tried flowers in the garden a couple times. I don't know if it means that I'm a bad plant owner because those went to crap, but that's because I didn't want to do the weeding. So maybe I'm better at it now. Don't know. What's your favorite article of clothing? I don't know. I have a couple of really nice dresses, I guess. Plaid shirts are kind of a go-to. How many languages do you know? I know 2, mostly fluently. English, obviously, and I'm pretty close to fluent in French. I've also dabbled in Italian and Spanish. And when I say dabbled, I mean I know like 5 words. What's your dream vacation? Really want to go to Hawaii, and I also love Disney, and I'm aware that there is a Disney resort in Hawaii, so that. Do you believe in zodiacs or horoscopes? I find them fun to read. My university actually has a newspaper, and the horoscopes in there are hilarious, but I don't believe that they have any power. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Flying? Duh. Who's the most unproblematic person you know? I don't know him personally, but Thomas Sanders, and I would love to know him personally. Do you know how beautiful you are? Pfft, what kind of question is that? What is your favorite feeling? Maybe I got this feeling a couple times when I was in Italy. I was there with a friend, and we did this thing that we never really agreed to do, but it just kind of kept happening. We would like find a really nice quiet place. Sometimes it wasn't even that quiet. And we would just sit down under the sun, usually with like the waves of the Mediterranean lapping at the rocks near us, and we'd just lie on our backs. And we occasionally actually fell asleep, and it was just a really nice feeling because we felt perfectly safe. We felt like we were just soaking in the sunlight. We felt like we were adventuring. We felt like we were experiencing the world, and the world was being kind to us. That was a good feeling. Other than that, probably the feeling of falling asleep. What is your favorite cold drink? Lemonade and A&W root beer floats. What's your favorite hot drink? Hot chocolate. I also really like Starbucks white mochas. Those are delicious. What has been the highlight of your week? I got sick this week, so hasn't really been a ton of super fun times, although I did have ballet this week, and yes, I was not feeling well, but I was also told that my chaînés were really good, so you know what chaînés are. Hit the thumbs up button. What are your favorite sounds? There are some sounds that are that became really familiar to me when I was over in Europe, and those sounds I would probably automatically smile if I heard them. Things like the ambient sounds of the metro. I also really like the sound of birdsong. What's your aesthetic of choice? Okay, I am a very aesthetic person, and I have so many favorite aesthetics. And if you don't know what aesthetic means, I don't even really know how to describe it. It's kind of just like a visual satisfaction? Is that accurate? Does that make sense to you? I don't know. I could look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I have my computer right in front of me. Aesthetic. As an adjective, it means concerned with beauty or the appreciation of beauty. As a noun, it means a set of principles underlying and guiding the work of a particular artist or artistic movement. Okay, so, for me, one of my favorites is probably, ocean or seaside aesthetic. I also really like the desert aesthetic. I also really like the deep woods. And there's so many I don't think I could ever pick. Are those dogs fighting or playing, or is anybody watching them? What? Sorry, I'm distracted. If you could spend a day with anyone, who would it be? Thomas Sanders or Carrie Hope Fletcher. What's the nicest thing someone's ever said about you? I reblogged a thing on my Tumblr a while ago that was like, describe me as an author would describe me, and someone who I've actually gotten to know pretty well through the website did the thing, and it was really nice what they said about me, and I don't have it in front of me right now, but it was some pretty nice stuff. Some people have said I'm really good at writing, and that's definitely a good thing for me, since that's one of the things I'm really passionate about. List the top 5 things you love about yourself or your life. Okay. I'm pretty good at picking things up. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, but also master of none. So that can be a blessing and it can be a curse. I've been told I'm trustworthy. I'm very determined, although usually that's stubborn, and often it's a flaw and not a good thing. I figured out the plot of Arrival quicker than my mom did, which is to say that I'm of a decent intelligence level. And I think I'm funny. I'm good at making puns. And the last question is, have you ever seen the ocean? Yeah, man. I've been in the ocean. I live pretty close to the ocean. I mean, I live a few hours away, but I'm closer to the coast than I am to the rest of the land. I've also been in the Mediterranean, so I know that's not the ocean, but that's still something that I'm very proud of, so I'm just gonna, you know, throw that out there. We are done. This was kind of a different video. If you liked this kind of thing, let me know in the comments. If you liked, hey, the last video that I put up, which was quite a while ago, I think it was my first cover. If you liked that, let me know. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's my last video. It's pretty great. Until next time I talk to you, who knows when that will be. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Bye!